So it is official. The next hero coming to Marvel's Avengers is going to be the Winter Soldier. They just announced it earlier today, and they gave an August development update into what's going to happen with Update 2.6, when we could expect it, and beyond what's going to happen in Update 2.6. So if you enjoyed this video today, feel free to like and subscribe for future Marvel content. So I'm going to read directly from this blog for the August development update that they just put out, and I'm going to give my thoughts on it as we go. So it says, now that Jane Foster's the Mighty Thor has joined our timeline and is rampaging through AIM's forces, we want to provide some further details of our and AIM's future plans, and an initial glimpse of our next playable hero, the Winter Soldier. Our next update will be 2.6 and is currently expected to release in September. It will introduce the No Rest for the Wicked War Zone, a new villain-focused adventure for all players. The Scientist Supreme is running out of resources and clones, and takes further risks to secure AIM's power. Monica has recovered MODOK from the San Francisco Bay and plans to revive him for use as a weapon against the Avengers. Our heroes must put an end to her plans before the mutation-maddened genius returns. So we knew from the previous leaks from Miller that there was going to be a villain sector and an OLT coming, and I was kind of unsure what the villain sector was going to look like. It sounded like the OLT, the boss, was going to be MODOK again. It was going to be a multiplayer version of MODOK, but this also sounds like right here this could be a villain sector dedicated to a multiplayer version of MODOK that might be easier of some kind. Obviously, we don't know for sure yet, but based off of the prior leaks, that's just potentially what it sounds like. So it also says, alongside this war zone starting in 2.6 and continuing in future updates, we'll be rolling out updates to our full hero roster of heroes. One of the most important elements of Marvel's Avengers is that everyone on our roster feels heroic to play. This will be an ongoing process over several updates as we look at combat, balance, and traversal, and make tweaks and changes to make sure every hero continues to feel like they've leapt from the pages of the comics. So this is honestly one of the bigger deals to me out of all the things that were announced, because it sounds like that they are going to be making changes, at least small, maybe some big, who knows, to actual gameplay for some of the heroes. So we might actually get better traversal for like Cap and Hulk, like they've said they're trying to do in the past. In fact, coming from one of the main developers on the game, Brian Wagner, he actually said on Twitter specifically to give some insight on this portion of the August development update. So he specifically said, in Update 2.6, there has been a full heroic ability, support, assault, and ultimate damage pass done to bring all heroes up to a good place. He said it's actually no nerfs, and it is all buffs. Also doing some work to help reduce stagger, standardize overcharge duration, all buffs, no nerfs, and some other things. So him emphasizing all buffs, no nerfs is a very good sign, because people have been complaining for a while that they've been feeling their characters have been getting stealth nerfed without really any communication about it. So the fact that he is emphasizing we're going to buff in this update, not nerf, is a very, very good thing, and I'm curious to see how much they're going to buff the damage of these heroics. Now, it is also worth saying he did mention, just to manage some expectations, that no traversal changes will be coming in Update 2.6, but they are evaluating some for a release post-Update 2.6, which is a really good thing to see as well. And I know a lot of people for a long time have been waiting on some type of traversal update, especially for a character like the Hulk. So now this is the Beyond 2.6 part of the blog. So following Update 2.6, our next playable content will be AIM's Cloning Lab. As an Omega level threat, it features endgame content that will arrive with new gear and an increased power level cap, as well as the next step in the conflict between AIM and the Avengers. In addition to the new OLT, we're excited to announce a new hero will also be joining our roster. As a result of the events of the No Rest for the Wicked and Cloning Lab, James Buchanan Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, will rejoin his former allies and his mentor Steve Rogers. A hybrid brawler and marksman hero, the Winter Soldier will add yet another way to be heroic in Marvel's Avengers. We'll have many more details about Cloning Labs and the Winter Soldier after the release of Update 2.6. We know we're excited about the plans we have for Update 2.6 and beyond, and hope this glimpse excites you as well. So that's basically it, right? So it does sound like, so Update 2.6, they said they're eyeballing for a September release date. And then they said beyond Update 2.6 is when the OLT will come, as well as Bucky Barnes. So that sounds like to me that it's possible that Winter Soldier and the OLT will be one update, probably the update immediately after 2.6. And I say immediately as in like the next update after that, not like literally like as soon as 2.6 releases or anything like that. I think it'll just be the next big update after that, like 2.7 or something like that. So I'm definitely interested to see how they're going to work Bucky Barnes and how they're going to make him different from Captain America while also still similar. And I definitely think he's going to probably be some type of fusion hybrid between Cap and Black Widow without obviously being full clones. So I'm definitely interested to see exactly what they're going to do with it. I would probably anticipate, I always, just to be on the safe side for updates, I always anticipate the end of the month. So I would just expect for yourself for the update 2.6 to come at the end of September. And, you know, if it comes earlier, it comes earlier. It's a good thing. But I would just always expect the end of the month, because that seems to be the general pattern as when they release updates and stuff like that. Now, along with this, they actually did release a normal patch today to fix some minor stuff for Jane Foster. And I'm not going to put them all to show in the video itself, but Miller, the leaker, shout out to him, as always. He's always keeping the hype for the game going. He dug through the game files and he found a Hulk skin for Thor Ragnarok, which, you know, his Hulk Gladiator skin looks good, as well as a comic book accurate Thor and Hawkeye skin. I honestly forget which run the Thor outfit is from, but the Hawkeye skin is more of a much more classic Hawkeye comic book accurate skin, and it looks like there is a Stark Tech outfit for Kate Bishop in there as well. So it looks like there's a lot of good stuff. I am very interested to see what else could possibly be entailed when they say that they're going to continually update the main roster of heroes already there. That also kind of gives me the vibe or impression that we could be potentially seeing a second wave of hero challenge cards. I don't know how that would work out with like the first version of hero challenge cards. Maybe you can like buy, like if you're a new player, you could have both of them and you can switch between them if you bought the second one or something like that. I don't know, but I definitely would be interested to see a new challenge card for the original 6 heroes, and obviously the rest of the heroes as well, since most people have already completed them, because I know I also just completed my Jane Foster challenge card as well, so that would be cool to see. But it looks like that wraps up all the announcements for right now. I am definitely happy that they put some information out, and there is content not too far on the horizon. You know, it does feel slow when there's little to no communication, but whenever there is communication, everything does seem it looks like it's going to be pretty good. So comment down below if you are excited for Bucky Barnes, and if you're excited for the new OLT and the power level increase, which I know I didn't really go over, but you know, it's self-explanatory. It's a power level increase, so that'll be interesting as well to see how high they bring it. Since it's just an OLT, I don't foresee it being that high, but you know, we'll see. But like I said, comment down below if you're excited for Bucky Barnes. If you enjoyed this video today, feel free to like and subscribe for future Marvel content. I appreciate you for watching the video.